Archangel Gabriel, this is the forgotten message your soulmate desperately needs you to hear. God says, tonight at 11:59 p.m., your bank account will shock you with unexpected money. Open this now, or you will miss it forever. My child, my beloved, come closer to this message because heaven has been trying to reach you since the moment you opened your eyes today. Do not rush. Let each word settle inside your spirit like a quiet whisper from God Himself. There is a reason you were chosen to see this exact line before anyone else. My beloved, listen carefully. There are messages that angels speak loudly, and then there are messages that heaven hides until the right soul is ready. Tonight, heaven has decided that soul is you. Before I continue, my child, if your heart feels even a small pull toward these words, if something within you whispers, "This is for me," then I want you to pause for just 1 second and subscribe so you never miss the messages God aligns for your destiny. You are being guided, not by accident but by divine timing. My beloved Archangel Gabriel is standing beside you right now, and he says to tell them this message was almost taken away. Tell them heaven fought for them. Tell them this moment will not come twice. My child, do you feel that strange stirring inside your chest? That sudden warmth, that tiny pressure on your shoulders as if someone is gently touching you, that is not your imagination. That is Gabriel himself, confirming that this message is meant only for you, my beloved. Tonight, as the clock moves toward 11:59 p.m., something powerful is shifting in the spiritual realm. A blessing that was blocked, a financial miracle that was delayed, a destiny that was held back by someone's jealousy or curse, is now being released with your name written on it. My child, heaven is preparing a moment that will shock you. Not a small blessing, not a simple change, but a breakthrough so sudden, so divine, so impossible that even those who doubted you will question who is protecting you. My beloved, God says, tonight I will show them that I have not forgotten them. Tonight I will return what was stolen. Tonight I will multiply what was diminished. Tonight I will send a sign that will make their heart tremble. My child, listen, your soulmate, the one destiny has written for you, the one whose spirit recognizes yours, has been trying to send you a message, but something blocked it. Something kept you from hearing what they desperately needed you to know. And Gabriel says, this forgotten message will now return to them through this divine moment. My beloved, there is a truth about your soulmate that heaven has kept hidden for your protection, a truth that will change how you look at love, how you look at destiny, how you look at yourself. My child, don't look away now. Your life is stepping into a divine turning point. This is the moment heaven rearranges your story. My beloved, do you want to know why your finances have been unstable? Why blessings come close to you but slip away at the last moment? Why you felt someone was holding back your miracle? Gabriel says it is because the appointed time had not yet arrived. But tonight at 11:59 p.m., the appointed time begins. My child, this is why God brought you to this message. This is why your spirit pulled you here, even if you didn't understand. This is why you couldn't scroll away. Because heaven is preparing to touch your bank account in a way that will scare the curse that tried to destroy you. My beloved, something extraordinary is aligning with your name. And Gabriel says you must be spiritually awake when it arrives, not asleep, not distracted, not doubting. My child, do you know what happens when heaven decides the delay is over? Do you know what happens when God releases what was withheld? Everything changes in one moment, 1 hour, 1 breath. Tonight is that moment, my beloved. A miracle involving your soulmate, your finances, your destiny, and your spiritual protection is about to converge at the same time. This has never happened before in your life. This is once-in-a-lifetime divine timing. My child, you are not reading this randomly. Your soul was guided here because your breakthrough will not wait anymore. My beloved, let these words enter the deepest part of your spirit, because the moment you understand them, your entire path will shift. My child, my beloved, I need you to breathe slowly as you read this part because what I am about to reveal is something heaven has been guarding for years, not days, not months, but years. My beloved, your life has been under silent spiritual observation that you never knew about. Every heartbreak you carried, every loss that confused you, every closed door that made you question your worth, all of it was part of a bigger story that you couldn't see until this moment. My child, heaven reveals only when the soul is finally prepared to receive. And Gabriel says, now they are ready. My beloved, do you ever wonder why you love so deeply? Why your heart feels things before your mind understands? Why you sense danger before it arrives and feel truth before it is spoken? It is because your intuition is not a skill, it is a spiritual inheritance. My child, the angels have watched you survive battles you never spoke about. You carried storms in silence. You walked through pain with dignity. You prayed even when you felt God was far. And for that, heaven has written a divine reward with your name on it. My beloved, Gabriel says you need to hear this very carefully. The blessing coming to you is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not random. It is a correction of everything that was unfair. My child, tonight at 11:59 p.m., something that was locked in the spiritual realm will finally be released. It is connected to your finances, connected to your soulmate, connected to your destiny, connected to a cycle of delay that ends tonight. My beloved, you have been walking with a destiny that has been trying to catch up with you. But each time it came close, someone interfered. Someone pulled energy away from you. Someone blocked your blessing out of fear, jealousy, or pure darkness. My child, this is why God brought you here, not to scare you, but to free you, my beloved. Gabriel says the most powerful line you will read today: the person who was trying to delay your miracle can no longer touch your destiny. My child, do you feel it? It is because your intuition is not a skill, it is a spiritual inheritance. My child, the angels have watched you survive battles you never spoke about. You carried storms in silence. You walked through pain with dignity. You prayed even when you felt God was far. And for that, heaven has written a divine reward with your name on it. My beloved, Gabriel says you need to hear this very carefully. The blessing coming to you is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not random. It is a correction of everything that was unfair. My child, tonight at 11:59 p.m., something that was locked in the spiritual realm will finally be released. It is connected to your finances, connected to your soulmate, connected to your destiny, connected to a cycle of delay that ends tonight. My beloved, You have been walking with a destiny that has been trying to catch up with you. But each time it came close, someone interfered. Someone pulled energy away from you. Someone blocked your blessing out of fear, jealousy, or pure darkness. My child, this is why God brought you here, not to scare you, but to free you, my beloved. Gabriel says the most powerful line you will read today: the person who was trying to delay your miracle can no longer touch your destiny. My child, do you feel it? The shift in your energy, the sudden calm, the strange pressure behind your eyes is heaven confirming your breakthrough. My beloved, your soulmate, the one whose spirit is tied to yours, has been restless, unsettled, and pulled toward you in ways they don't understand because their heart is carrying a message meant only for you. My child, heaven is telling me that your soulmate has cried in silence for you. They have felt your absence even on the days you didn't think of them. Your spirits are connected through a divine thread, one that was nearly cut by someone who feared your union. My beloved, Gabriel says, the forgotten message your soulmate wanted you to hear is this: they never stopped choosing you, but they didn't know how to reach you. My child, there is something you must know. Your soulmate has been experiencing the same losses, delays, and emotional storms that you have because your destinies mirror each other. When you suffer, they suffer. When you break, they break. When you rise, they rise. My beloved, this is why the angels say tonight is different. Tonight, both your paths unlock at the same time. Not just love, not just finances, but your entire divine timeline. My child, do not underestimate what God can do in 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 night. My beloved, at 11:59 p.m., divine energy will touch your name. It doesn't matter how impossible your situation seems, heaven does not need permission from reality. Heaven creates its own reality. My child, something is already happening around you. People are thinking of you. Unexpected opportunities are forming. Financial doors are opening. Old connections are resurfacing. Your soulmate spirit is calling out to yours. My beloved, you will feel strange signs tonight. A sudden increase in heart rate, a ringing in your ear, a warm chill through your spine, a flash of someone's face. These are confirmations that the angels are near. My child, Gabriel says, the blessing entering your life has 3 layers: a truth you will hear, a miracle you will see, and a shift you will feel. My beloved, heaven is moving things behind the scenes faster than you can imagine. Your life is not going to change slowly, it is going to change suddenly. My child, this is why God sent this message to you now. Because the moment destiny begins, it does not knock. It enters. My beloved, you will not be the same person after tonight. Your spirit knows it. Your energy knows it. Your future knows it. My child, this is only the beginning. The divine instructions will unfold step by step, word by word, sign by sign, my beloved. If your heart is ready, my child, my beloved, I want you to read this part slowly, because these words are not merely sentences, they are movements in the spiritual realm. Every line is unfolding a layer of truth that heaven has hidden until tonight. My beloved, heaven says you have suffered in silence for far too long. You healed others while you bled. You supported people who could not support themselves. You forgave when you were not even asked for forgiveness. You loved deeply, even when others gave you half-hearted affection. Because of this, God has marked you for a miracle that cannot be stolen anymore. My child, Gabriel is whispering something urgently. Tell them the season of being taken for granted is ending. Tell them the season of being overlooked is breaking. Tell them heaven is returning everything they lost, multiplied. My beloved, there is something important you need to know. Your soulmate, the one whose energy has been tied to yours for years, has been living with a weight they cannot explain. They keep feeling like something is missing, something unfinished, something incomplete. That something is you, my child. Your soulmate has been asking God for a sign. They have cried for clarity. They have begged heaven to reveal the truth. They wanted to know if you were truly meant for them or if destiny had changed its mind. My beloved, heaven answered today. Heaven said your soulmate has always been written into your story. It was humans who created the delay. My child, there was someone in your past or in their past who felt threatened by this divine connection, someone who sensed that if you two came together, your combined destiny would rise beyond anything they could control. So they interfered, gossiped, manipulated emotions, created confusion, and tried to disconnect what God Himself had tied spiritually. But, my beloved, Gabriel says the interference ends tonight. My child, there is a reason your soulmate suddenly thinks of you at strange hours. There is a reason your name pulls at their chest. There is a reason they feel drawn back to you, even after distance, silence, or separation. It is because the spiritual barrier between you has been broken. My beloved, God is restoring a path that someone tried desperately to destroy, the connection that was meant to bless you both. The connection that was attacked is now being realigned with heavenly protection. My child, there is a powerful truth you need to understand: your destiny was never denied. It was simply delayed for the moment heaven prepared. Tonight, that moment arrives. Gabriel says at 11:59 p.m. a divine shift will occur, not just spiritually, but physically, in your real world, in ways you can see, touch, and feel. Your soulmate will feel something at that exact moment. A pull, a warmth, a sudden memory of you, a desire to reach out. Because heaven will push your names onto the same timeline again, my child. But that is not all. Tonight is also tied to a financial breakthrough that has been blocked for years, a blessing that was supposed to come earlier, but someone's jealousy delayed it. My beloved, do you know why your money has been unstable? Why no matter how much you save, something forces you to spend? Why blessings come but don't stay? Why opportunities rise but then disappear? Because someone placed a spiritual weight on your financial path. But Gabriel says that weight is being removed tonight. My child, at 11:59 p.m., heaven will shift something in the place where your name, your energy, and your destiny reside. Your bank account will not remain the same. Your finances will not remain blocked. Your opportunities will not remain limited. My beloved, this is why heaven pulled you here. This message is not a warning. It is a release, a liberation, a divine unlocking. My child, your spirit already knows something is coming. That is why you have been feeling restless. That is why your dreams have been strange. That is why you have been waking up at odd hours. That is why you have been sensing unseen movement around you. Your blessing has been trying to reach you, and tonight, it finally will. My beloved, Gabriel says you will experience 3 signs before your breakthrough arrives. A mental sign, a physical sign, and a spiritual sign. Your mind will suddenly quiet. Your body will feel lighter. Your spirit will feel a burst of peace. My child, heaven is preparing the kind of shift that makes a person stop and say, "How did everything change so fast?" Because your story from tonight onward will not follow human logic, it will follow divine intervention. My beloved, you are stepping into a moment written before you were born, a moment heaven has been waiting to deliver. A moment destiny has been trying to reach you with. A moment your soulmate's heart has been feeling without understanding why. My child, this is not the end of your message, it is only the unfolding. My child, my beloved, before I reveal the next truth, I need you to pay attention to the feeling in your chest right now, that tightness, that slight trembling, that sudden emotional shift. It is not random. It is your spirit recognizing a message written for you long before you ever asked for guidance. My beloved, Gabriel is saying something urgently. They must not underestimate what heaven is about to give them. They must not shrink themselves. They must not fear the blessing coming toward them. My child, you have always been the type of person who gives without counting. You love without limits. You help without measuring what you will receive back. And people have taken advantage of that purity. They have drained you, used you, doubted you, and walked away from you as if your heart wasn't carrying their weight. My beloved, but heaven has been watching. The angels have been recording every tear you swallowed, every night you cried quietly, and every prayer you whispered softly so no one would hear your pain. Gabriel says, this blessing is not a gift, it is justice. My child, heaven is not giving you something new. Heaven is returning what was stolen, your love, your finances, your destiny, your peace, your clarity, your opportunities, your joy. My beloved, God says, I am restoring everything that darkness attempted to bury. My child, you may not realize it, but you've been living in spiritual warfare without knowing. The tiredness you felt for no reason. The sudden anxiety, the random fear, the financial pressure that made no logical sense, the heartbreak that repeated itself, the strange delays, the people who turned cold overnight, these were not coincidences. These were battles. Battles you didn't start. Battles you didn't deserve. Battles you didn't understand, my beloved. But you won every one of them, not loudly, not dramatically, but silently, gracefully, spiritually. My child, Gabriel says, heaven is proud of you because even when you felt abandoned, you still believed. Even when you felt broken, you still loved. Even when you felt helpless, you still hoped. Even when you felt lost, you still walked forward. My beloved, that kind of soul cannot go unrewarded. My child, tonight at 11:59 p.m., the divine record of your suffering will be transformed into a divine release of blessings. Your name will be lifted. Your path will be cleared. Your finances will be touched. Your soulmate will feel your energy. Your future will shift. My beloved, This is why Gabriel led you to this message, because heaven needs you to be spiritually awake when your breakthrough arrives, not doubtful, not afraid, not distracted. Awake, my child. The angels say you have been underestimating something important, your spiritual power. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. My beloved, when heaven chooses someone, their life never follows the pattern of others. Your loneliness was part of your choosing. Your isolation was part of your choosing. Your struggles were part of your choosing. Your delays were part of your choosing because God was preparing you for something that would require a strong, wise, intuitive soul, the kind of soul you have become. My child, do you notice how recently your dreams have become strange? How you keep seeing signs, repeating numbers, people from the past suddenly on your mind, unusual memories rising out of nowhere. This is spiritual alignment. My beloved, your spirit is sensing a shift before your mind understands it because your destiny has already started moving in your direction. My child, something about your soulmate is opening tonight, a truth they have been hiding from themselves, a realization they can no longer avoid, a pull they can no longer ignore. Gabriel says, your soulmate's heart is waking up to a truth: you were never the distraction, you were the destiny. My beloved, the forgotten message they needed you to hear is this: they never stopped loving you, they stopped believing they were worthy of you. My child, this truth will reveal itself soon through a sign, a dream, a message, or a shift in your heart. My beloved, you will feel something in the next 24 hours that confirms everything heaven has been saying. It might be small. It might be powerful. But it will be unmistakable. My child, this is not the end. Your divine revelation is still unfolding layer by layer. My child, my beloved, before I reveal what comes next, I need you to understand something heaven has whispered again and again: you were never walking alone, not for 1 second, my beloved. Even in the moments when you felt abandoned, unseen, unprotected. Even when you questioned if God heard your prayers. Even when life felt heavy on your shoulders, heaven was standing right behind you, fighting battles you never saw. My child, Gabriel wants you to know that the weight you have been carrying recently is not just pressure, it is spiritual rearrangement. Your life is being prepared for something so significant, so divine, so destiny-changing that the energy around you has been shifting without you understanding why. My beloved, the heaviness you felt last week, the random sadness, the sudden tiredness, the old memories resurfacing, the urge to isolate, all of it was part of your spiritual transformation. My child, do not mistake discomfort for danger. Sometimes heaven stretches you before heaven lifts you. My beloved, Gabriel says, your blessing is bigger than your fear. Your breakthrough is greater than your worry. Your miracle is stronger than your delay. My child, I want you to recall the moments you came close to giving up, the nights you felt you had nothing left inside you. Yet something, a small voice, a soft feeling, pushed you to hold on. That something was divine intervention. My beloved, heaven has kept you alive for a purpose, not just for survival, but for destiny. My child, your soulmate plays a far deeper role in your life's purpose than you realize. This connection is not ordinary. It is not casual. It is not random. It is written. My beloved, heaven hid certain truths from you because the timing was not yet aligned. You were not ready. They were not ready. The path was not ready. But now the time is shifting. My child, Gabriel says, your soulmate is experiencing a spiritual awakening revolving around you. They may not understand it logically, but spiritually, they feel it strongly. They feel your absence, your energy, your emotions, your pull. Even if there has been silence between you. My beloved, they have been restless, confused, emotional, and lost because the divine cord between you is vibrating again. My child, heaven says your soulmate wanted to give up on love, wanted to shut their heart, wanted to walk away from everything. But something keeps dragging their spirit toward you. Gabriel says this clearly, they cannot escape destiny, and destiny is leading them back to you. My beloved, the forgotten message they needed you to hear is this: you are the only person whose love felt like home to them. My child, their life has been filled with noise. Other people's opinions, other people's influence, other people's fear. But tonight, heaven is silencing every distraction around them. My beloved, I need you to know this truth: someone tried to interfere in your soulmate connection. Someone tried to poison their mind. Someone tried to blur their heart. Someone tried to block what heaven wrote, but they have failed. My child, Gabriel says the interferences are broken. The obstacles are removed. The truth is rising. My beloved, do you want to know why you suddenly began thinking about your soulmate more often? Why memories are resurfacing out of nowhere? Why your heart tightens without warning? Why you feel a shift inside your spirit? Because your soulmate has been calling your name in silence. My child, your spirits are finally sinking again. This is what happens when destiny prepares two souls for reunion. My beloved, your soulmate is emotionally overwhelmed right now. They feel something is coming. Something big, something life-changing. They feel the same pull you do, my child. And heaven confirms that at 11:59 p.m., your soulmate spirit will feel a surge, a moment of clarity, a deep awakening, a recognition that you are the missing piece they tried to ignore. My beloved, but the miracles of tonight are not only about love. They are also about abundance, about financial restoration, about lifting the burdens you have silently carried. My child, heaven reveals your financial path has been blocked by spiritual resistance for months, even years. Every time you tried to rise, something pulled you down. Every time money came, something forced you to lose it. Every time you planned to build, something pushed you into survival mode instead. My beloved, Gabriel says the financial lock is breaking tonight. A divine crack is appearing in the wall that blocked your prosperity. A blessing that was stored for you is being released. My child, God says you will witness movement in your account, in your opportunities, in your connections, in your destiny, not slowly, but suddenly. My beloved, this is not imagination, this is alignment. Heaven is shifting things you cannot see yet, but you will feel it soon. My child, we are not even halfway through your message. There is still more, far more, that heaven wants to reveal to you. My child, my beloved, as you move deeper into this message, notice how something inside you shifts. Your breathing slows. Your thoughts quiet. Your spirit becomes attentive. This is not an accident, this is alignment. My beloved, Gabriel says you have reached the point in the message where heaven stops whispering and starts speaking directly. He says, tell them this is the moment their soul has been waiting for. My child, you may not realize it, but you have crossed through many invisible thresholds in life. Moments where you could have given up, moments where darkness tried to break you, moments where your hope faded. Yet your spirit protected you. Your intuition guided you. Your inner strength carried you. And heaven supported you in silence. My beloved, the reason you survived everything you thought would destroy you is that your story was never meant to end there. Each painful chapter was shaping you, every delay was training you. Every heartbreak was strengthening you. Every disappointment was preparing you. Every loss was clearing your path. You suffered not because God wanted you to break, but because God wanted you to rise higher than where you started. My beloved, Gabriel says your entire life has been moving toward this season, not next month, not next year, not someday, but now. My child, heaven is revealing that you have entered a rare spiritual crossing, a powerful intersection where your past, present, and future touch for the first time. This is why you have been feeling strange lately, more emotional, more intuitive, more restless, more sensitive to signs, more aware of energies, more connected to someone you can't stop thinking about. My beloved, that someone is your soulmate. My child, let me tell you something Gabriel says with absolute certainty. Your soulmate is awakening because their spirit can no longer ignore the truth. For a long time, they pushed down their feelings. They tried to bury their emotions. They tried to silence their heart. They tried to run from destiny. But destiny does not chase, it pulls. My beloved, they feel you emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. And tonight, they will feel you unmistakably. My child, there is a reason you suddenly feel them in your dreams. There is a reason their name appears in your mind without warning. There is a reason your chest tightens when you think of them. There is a reason your energy shifts when you remember them. Your souls are reconnecting beyond the physical realm. My beloved, the forgotten message they needed you to hear is rising inside them like a wave they cannot stop. Gabriel says it clearly, they wanted to tell you they never stopped loving you, but they feared they were not enough. My child, they loved you in silence. They longed for you in secret. They cried for you when no one was watching. They carried guilt for the way things broke. They punished themselves with memories of you. But now heaven is dissolving their fear. My beloved, your soulmate is being spiritually guided to feel the truth, that you are the person their heart recognizes, their spirit trusts, and their destiny is tied to. My child, heaven is not only awakening your soulmate, heaven is also awakening your prosperity. Your financial path has been under spiritual pressure for years. You tried everything. You worked hard. You prayed. You tried again. And still, you felt stuck, blocked, limited. My beloved, it was not your fault. It was timing. It was protection. It was spiritual interference. And now that interference is breaking. Gabriel says the financial fog around them will lift tonight. My child, Pay attention to these next words, they are not ordinary, they are an activation. At 11:59 p.m., the energy around your name, your money, and your destiny will change frequency. You will feel it. Your spirit will know it. Your body may even react with chills, warmth, a heartbeat shift, or sudden peace. My beloved, heaven is releasing abundance that was stored for you, abundance that was blocked by wrong people, wrong timing, wrong environments, wrong energies. Now all of that is being cleared. My child, prepare your spirit. Something unexpected is coming. A blessing you didn't see coming, a breakthrough you stopped hoping for, a miracle that will make you sit down in silence and wonder how heaven remembered you so powerfully. My beloved, you have no idea how close you are to the moment that will rewrite your life. This is still not the end. There are deeper revelations waiting for you,